Hi everybody, I am Hoarder Gamer, and this is going to be a video. It's kind of an offshoot to another video I did about Rocksteady and Rocksteady's new game, whether it would be Superman, Justice League, or I even posited the idea of Harry Potter. And what this is going to be is a video about, what would it take, or what would make a Harry Potter AAA game awesome. Because there have been rumors for a while of one coming, and just recently, like about a week or so ago, we found out Niantic, the company that does Pokemon GO, has a Harry Potter game that's going to be launching very soon, and you can actually, I think, already be signed up to be known to know when it's dropping for both iPhone and and the other smartphones. Let's be honest, most people just seem to care about an iPhone, so. I have a Samsung Galaxy, so I know your pain. Anyway, yeah, that's what we're going to look at today, is what would make a great Harry Potter game, and different ways of looking at it, and different ideas. Plus, we'll also float the idea, will loot boxes insidiously show up? And if they do, how are they going to pull them off? Because this would be a Warner Brother game. Regardless if it's Rocksteady's new game or someone else's, it's still a Warner Brother property as far as I know. The Harry Potter Lego game was, I know, Warner Brothers, although most of the Lego games are. I think all of them are, actually. So, yeah, it's basically going to be a bizarre little speculation video about Harry Potter in a AAA Harry Potter game, like for PC and console. Not about the Niantic game that's coming out. That's why in the title I have AAA game. Maybe I'll put console when I update this. Put console in there. AAA console game. Anyway, let us start. So, with Harry Potter, the easiest way to look at it is you have a number of different timelines that you can use. So, I actually wrote this out. Not in great detail, but just a little bit of detail. You have James Potter and Lily, who becomes Lily Potter. So, you have James and Lily, Harry's parents. So, if you go at that timeline, or that time period anyway, you have a young Severus Snape. You have Dumbledore. You don't technically have Voldemort. You have Tom Riddle. And you probably have, I would guess, like proto-Death Eaters. More like real super dark members of Slytherin, I would think. There would still be the looming darkness of Gellert Grindelwald. That would still be around. I think it would be an interesting take, because you still get Dumbledore, you still get Snape. They're younger, but you get versions of those characters, and it'd be really interesting to see how they would go about that. With all the versions of this game, though, I think it would be almost similar to the game Bully, where you take classes and basically hang out with your friends, whatever timeline it is in, and fight evil on occasion. And with this one, I guess you'd be going up against Tom Riddle and maybe the followers of Gellert Grindelwald. That's how I think they would handle that. Then, if you look at another timeline we have, is Harry Potter. So you have Harry, Ron, and Hermione. Okay, this is what everyone's used to. Okay, going to Hogwarts, taking classes, going against This is what's funny when you do things live and you don't have the greatest of memories. Or going against the villains that he went against in the movies and in the books. And, yeah, so that's what we're used to. That's what we're used to. The biggest shock, the biggest crazy diversion they could take, I think, would be the James and Lily Potter story idea. I think that would be the craziest. Maybe ending with the birth of Harry, although that would be nuts. That would be so ambitious to like follow, which I'm guessing is all the years in school, and I don't know how old James and Lily were when they had Harry. I don't know if they were 18. I'm sure someone out there knows that. I apologize, I don't. I've read all the books, and I've seen the movies about twice each. I've played all the EA games that came out on PlayStation 2 and Xbox. I think it was Xbox, just regular Xbox. Plus, I also played the Lego Harry Potter game. So, I mean, there are people well more versed in Harry Potter than I am, but I'm relatively well versed in video games too. So that's why I figured I would do this video, you know. So yeah, that would be the normal way to go, and then you'd have spells and things like that, obviously, in every different version of this game that could be. Now, if there is going to be a AAA Harry Potter game, I think it'll be with Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. Not that I necessarily think it's going to be called that, but I think it would be that time period. Because there's another movie, I think it's coming out next year, that's going to be a huge release. And I know, even if it's a AAA game and they've spent like 3 years on it, they would want to have the game come out right around the time the movie does. Okay? And what's interesting about this is I love the ideas of like the 1920s, the 1930s, 40s with wizards. I find that's really cool. And I enjoyed Fantastic Beasts. I thought it was good. I thought there were some good twists, good surprises in there. I'm not saying that Newt would necessarily be in the game, but Gellert Grindelwald probably would. And an extremely young Tom Riddle, possibly. But I think that would be interesting. My favorite, of course, would be if they did the Harry Potter, Ron, Hermione time period. But I think it's very feasible they could do Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. Just from a synergy point of view of business and everything like that, it just makes the most sense. And the 20s and 30s with wizards was really cool and interesting. That's the main thing I enjoyed about Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. It felt quite different than the Harry Potter books and films, and I thought it was really well realized. So I think that's probably the way they would go. And just like I said, just like the game Bully, you'd be taking classes, you would be doing all these things. It's interesting because the age range of the game would be all ages, you know. And just like the movies and the books, as you get further into the game, I guess it would become darker and more frightening because, I mean, Voldemort's basically like almost like a Hitler analog with the idea of the purebloods, you know, and then calling people that aren't pureblood muggles. And I mean, it's pretty frightening what he becomes, or what you find out he is. And it's a slow, gradual build to that. It's more like he wants to hurt Harry's friends initially. Then he wants to definitely kill Harry and Harry's friends. And he wants to kind of like take over the world, is the feeling you get in the first few films. As we go on, though, once we hit, I want to say it's 5, the Order of the Phoenix, that's when things change up a bit, and you realize how frightening he is, what his hold is on other people, Voldemort, I mean, and things just start escalating from there. So a game, I mean, I don't know if it'd be ambitious enough to follow all that many years in school. That'd be pretty crazy. I don't know if they would plan to do multiple games, like 2 or 3. But if they did, yeah, one game following all the years would be crazy. Because that's like, what, 7 or 8 years to follow in one game. Now, one thing that worries me is loot boxes. How would they do loot boxes, you wonder? Wands. Wands would be in loot boxes. It would be like Ollivander's loot box store. Robes. You know, special outfits and everything that the different wizards wear. Like fancy dress outfits, as well as the regular school gear. Brooms. See, it really frightens me when I say these things, because I could definitely see people wanting, you know, different versions of the Nimbus and paying a lot of money to get it. And I'm not saying this should happen. I don't want this to happen. Okay? I am just looking at the fact that it's Warner Brothers, and Warner Brothers is not, shall we say, adverse to loot boxes. They got very close to, I think, ruining Shadow of War. Shadow of War, I think, is a good game. I rented it. I liked it. But everyone I know who has gotten much further than I have in the game has said that loot boxes get in the way of the fun. And once you beat the game and get, like, the basic ending, To get the real true ending, you have to spend like 20 or 30 hours fighting battles that are really not story-based or super scripted. So it's almost like a grind. In fact, it is a grind, is what it sounds like. I haven't experienced, so I won't say for sure it is a grind, because I haven't seen that part of it. But everyone I've talked to has said something similar to that, and I've seen other things online talking about it as well. So, yeah, I mean, that does worry me. That's the one thing that makes me worry about a Harry Potter AAA game on console and PC. Yeah, I'm interested to know, though, in the comments and everything, what you guys think. What time period would you prefer? What do you think is the best time period for Harry Potter? You know, do you think I'm on the money with the loot boxes? I mean, Warner Brothers is going to be involved. I mean, I can't see how they would avoid those loot boxes. I wouldn't expect it, you know? Yeah, but like I said before, Rocksteady, I feel, is either going to do a Superman, Justice League, or Harry Potter game. And even if they don't, there's many other there's many other owned companies from Warner Brothers that could be making a AAA Harry Potter game. And heaven knows the fans want one, you know? Uh-oh. Looks like Voldemort has made things dark and scary there. Ooh. Again, the fun of live video. If I didn't have some minor goofy thing happen, I mean, I probably wouldn't do these live, you know? There's just this ridiculous fun about it, and there's just the spontaneity of me being able to do a video right away without writing something massive and then having to do takes and everything and edit it so I can get it to you guys sooner. So I figured with all the talk of loot boxes and Star Wars Battlefront 2 and everything that it made sense to talk about this now, especially too the speculation of Rocksteady and their next game, you know, which again may not be Harry Potter. If anything, I think strongly it would probably be Superman or Justice League, but it's a possibility. But beyond that, again, strong rumors of a Harry Potter AAA game, and that's basically what this video is about. So I want to thank you all for watching. You have been awesome, and yeah, you know, thanks for watching this on Twitch if you saw it on Twitch. Also on YouTube, thank you very much. On Twitch, feel free to follow. On YouTube, if you want to like it or sub or whatever the kids want to do, you know. I'm an old man. I'm 40, so I get all this stuff confused. I just do. I get it all confused. So I want to thank you all, everybody. And I just VCR still works. Just popped in and said I saw this at MySpace. Is that still around? Is that really still around? But yeah, thank you very much, everybody. I want to thank you for watching, and I hope you guys have a good day. Thank you. Bye-bye.